Well, if you don't already, soon you'll probably have a credit card with a radio frequency chip. The chips make the cards easier to use. You wave them in a scanner instead of swiping them.
Security experts say the new cards are convenient but put consumers at serious risk. Eyewitness News anchor Scott Wickersham shows you the danger and what you can do about this.
Lunchtime in uptown Charlotte, the perfect time to get out and mingle.
We see them in Chase, American Express.
And mingling with us is Walt Augustinowitz, a financial security expert here to make a point. By using a special scanning device, he says he can read some credit card numbers without ever seeing them. It picks up the info from the radio frequency or RF chips in those cards. Dana Riley couldn't believe it.
Yep, you do. You actually have an Amex card in there?
Yes.
Ends in 42008.
What?
Is that your number?
I don't know.
Do you want to check?
Turns out he was right. Walt says not only is this easy, but it can be a lucrative business for somebody who's into identity theft.
They could scan these numbers in a crowd and literally get hundreds and hundreds of them and then just sell them online and upload them in bulk to somebody in another country that's buying them in bulk. The possible risk of getting caught is almost not there.
He says the scanning equipment is easy to buy online, and CMPD Detective Kevin Jones says potential victims are easy to find too.
Races, anything with large crowds where you're not going to suspect someone that bumps into you as doing that. Just like with the pickpocketing thing. It's a new form of pickpocketing.
Not every card can be read by the scanners, just those that have the RF chip. Most of those, but not all, have a symbol like this. Police predict within a few years, though, the majority of credit cards will carry RF chips.
I would imagine eventually it will increase. That just about eventually probably your debit cards that where banks will probably have an RFID device in them.
2 to 3 years, every card in the United States, the magnetic stripe is going away. You're going to get one of these cards.
So what can you do? Walt's company sells these credit card sleeves. They prevent scanners from reading the RF chip. But he says wrapping the card in aluminum foil serves the same purpose. Back in Uptown, Amanda Ross had another idea after Walt scanned the numbers from her American Express card.
Not good news. I think I'll be getting rid of this card.
Which just may be the safest option of all. In Charlotte, Scott Wickersham, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And it's not just credit cards. Passports issued in the last 5 years also contain RF chips. Experts say it's hard to track this type of ID theft because it's almost impossible to determine exactly how the information was stolen. We have put a web extra on WSOCTV.com. Scroll over news and click Scene on 9 to hear Walt run through which credit cards are more likely to contain those RF chips.